Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I saw a really interesting article about Amazon and something that seems to really scare Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon. Amazon is under a lot of pressure to unionize. Amazon recently removed an ad that they had for employees who would pretty much just bust unions and spy on workers to make sure they weren't trying to unionize, which by itself that's pretty sinister. That's not a good look for Amazon. But what's interesting is there have been a lot of efforts for Amazon to unionize all around the world. Lots of union organizations outside the company are pushing for workers to unionize, and they tend to have to operate in secret. You know, the Teamsters and other groups that approach the employees, they tend to try to organize them without the management knowing. And so Amazon responds with basically spies, people that are in the workrooms, making sure the workers aren't organizing, things like that. And so obviously unions are scary for corporations because you're pulling together all that capital, and it does give the workers more power. There's no problem, nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with that at all. Now, unions aren't perfect either, though. There are lots of examples of union corruption and union problems that emerge from putting too much pressure on the company. You know, when you run a business, anybody in who runs a business knows that sometimes it can be tough to pay people what they want. And so when you demand higher pay and the company just can't afford it, then sometimes the companies go bankrupt because of that. But at the same time, one of the big challenges of America, excuse me, is that America has been very anti-union for quite a while, for far too long. And I think that that's had a negative impact on workers' wages. I believe companies could pay the workers more and still do okay. Now, Amazon actually does lead the industry, though. They actually pushed their minimum wage up to $15 an hour, which was a number that people had been asking for a very long time. They give, I think, 95% tuition assistance in high demand fields. They have committed $700 million to training workers for more advanced jobs down the line. And to be quite frank about it, there are a lot of employees who work at Amazon who are very happy to be there, who have no complaints at all. So this idea that Amazon is just this terrible sweatshop, I don't know if that's necessarily supported by all the evidence. But of course, you're going to have all different kinds of opinions across the board. And you're dealing with one thing, for example, that Jeff Bezos, by being worth $200 billion, has become the poster child of economic excess, economic inequality, and unfairness across the board. Amazon's worth $1.7 trillion. A lot of you are shareholders in Amazon. And so you've seen your wealth grow because you've actually bought shares in the company. You don't have to be rich to do that. A lot of you don't make a lot of money, but you bought Amazon shares and did pretty well. So shareholders are doing extremely well with Amazon. Bezos is doing well because he's a shareholder in Amazon. The question is, are the workers doing as well as they could? I'd say the answer is no. So I tend to be pro-union, but I'm also pro-common sense. And pro-common sense means that you can't just assume that rich people are evil just because they have money. You can't assume corporations are evil just because they didn't go bankrupt. I think that when you push too far to the side, when you push too far to the left or too far to the right, too far to socialism or too far to capitalism, you get problems either way. Pure socialism doesn't seem to work very well. Pure capitalism is absolutely horrible, and that's the problem with America. So we probably need more unions. We need a higher minimum wage. Amazon probably could and should do more for the workers in addition to simply maximizing shareholder wealth. But I hope it's done in a constructive way, because if you are not careful and you get a little bit too greedy or you push a little bit too hard, you can destroy something that's working. So Amazon and Jeff Bezos have a big problem. They are afraid of unions. They are spying on the workers to make sure they don't unionize. But let's just be clear, both sides are spying. Both sides are doing underhanded stuff. The unions are just as sneaky as the managers are. So everybody's kind of playing this little game, manipulating and trying to jockey for power. And I just hope that at the end of the day, it comes out to be something fair. I'm just a big believer in fairness, and I really believe there's a fair way to do this. And I think Amazon, one thing they could do, I did a video on this on the Black Financial Channel not too long ago. I believe Amazon could just do a stock split and then allow their employees to actually become owners. You know, one of the problems with capitalism is that capitalism teaches that the job of the company's managers is to maximize shareholder wealth. Well, what do you do about the people that are not shareholders? That's not right, right? So why not allow shareholders and customers and and everybody why not allow employees, customers, suppliers, everybody, incentivize them to become shareholders. And then when you maximize shareholder wealth, you don't get as much animosity as you might get when a few people are getting filthy rich and everybody else is struggling. I think that's a simple solution to this problem. Obviously, it's more complex than that, but sometimes basic common sense wins the day. So hopefully Amazon will figure this out. I will tell you, I'm a net admirer of Jeff Bezos. When we talk to our 17-year-old who's into technology, I always talk to him about Bezos and Elon Musk and about how technology, when mixed with business, can lead to tremendous wealth. And I think that Amazon and Jeff Bezos is just a great example of that. So hopefully they'll find a fair resolution, because it's going to be interesting for Amazon. They better do that stock split, because in fact, also they're dealing with some issues in Congress, with antitrust violation potential and things like that. So it's going to be real interesting. Be careful with your Amazon investment. Things could change very quickly. So take care, guys. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to join my Black Stock Market Investing program, feel free. You can try for $1. The first month is $1. Thousands of you have signed up, so feel free to go try it out for $1 at theblackstockmarketprogram.com. That's theblackstockmarketprogram.com. There's a private blog where you can ask me questions. There's also a place called What Dr. Boyce is Buying, where I talk to you about all the stocks I'm buying, things like that. So it's a great program, and if you don't like it, you get your money back. So feel free to go to theblackstockmarketprogram.com. I'm out of here. I'm about to go run with Alicia. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.